but not fit. Tell you politician, I dey vote, but I not dey fit.
Busy them, where they vote. I know they vote because we family. They vote where they vote. I know they vote because of tribe. They vote where they vote. I know they vote because of color. They vote where they vote. I know they vote because of party. Say me go vote for the leader. We go cancel it for we. Make we vote for the leader. We go campaign with Salone. And make we vote for the leader. And we go end tribalism. And make we vote for the leader. We no go bring feds for we. Yeah. Politician and they lie, oh. They get sugar mango. So make we wise up, oh. Make them not fool we again. Politician and they lie, oh. They all like the same, oh. Make we dey pray. May God give me the right boss, you know. Me I go vote and no go vex. This election I go vote and no go vex. This election I go vote and no go vex. Must they vote for me right to hope for you too. I go vote and no go vex. This election I go vote and no go vex. This election I go vote and no go vex. Gotta say right to.
I see that's time for first of politician. Them na for stop am. You vote for the right person. I'm big na for duck am. Politician with the full is wrong. No we stop am. You vote na me vote. You vote na me vote. So get out we go make Salone. We all for the votes. If a member say na once I know we get. If we make the wrong choice we all get for regrets. So now we come together and say no to violence.
It's my them. Let we think what we future.
Family them on a good evening. Happy Good Friday. Right? He was bruised. He was nailed. He was pierced. Hey, listen. 40 days. We've done it. Happy Good Friday. If you're a Christian and you observe Lent, yeah, happy Good Friday. It's a beautiful season. It's a beautiful time in the Christian calendar. And, you know, in a couple of days, we will be saying that word because we're looking forward to celebrating something, right? I hope say any house na they fend on ourselves na the wall. I hope so na they do well. Hey, another thing where I get a lot of shout outs there for do today. Another shout out is going to no other than Miscommunication International. When I know that usually there are two main charities in Sierra Leone that work in Cambodia about. If it's not about Melkosh, it's about Hope for Youth Sierra Leone, right? Miscommunication International yesterday celebrated 15 year of existence. And by God in Power Sunday, Easter after church, well, go sit down, rub skin. You know, I will talk to producer for see if anything they happen. If nothing not they happen, we all go dinner, so back and malt and you know, just enjoy and celebrate something beautiful. You know, an organization that really and truly has proven their salt. Really and truly for 15 years. And you go on their website. You go on their Facebook, go on their Instagram, you go on their YouTube. I mean, information galore, proof galore, evidence galore, testimony galore. It is a beautiful thing to be part of, helping others, being a part of someone else's journey, being, you know, in the middle of history making, not for yourself, but to benefit someone else. Hey, what a blessing. What a blessing. I count myself lucky. So to all the Melkotians around the world, happy 15th anniversary. It was a beautiful yesterday. You know, people from all over the world gathered for a 1 hour of celebration and Thanksgiving, and it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. I thank God that I was able to sneak out of my meetings here and there for work, and I was able to put in a little bit of time to just catch a snippet of that joy. Oh, what a joy, what a joy. So congratulations to everybody, to anyone who's never given a dime towards these war amputees, these war wounded, these war orphans, you know, these were widows, these were men. Listen, there's a special place, and I believe that there's a special place in heaven waiting for you. But as usual, I'm not begin the show proper. I hope say when I get something today now, H2O and they with a little bit lukewarm, not hot, not cold, but a little bit lukewarm. Yesterday, you know, I don't get power and I'm in house until I think a little after 9 p.m. was when the power came back, and the power had gone out the previous day 8 p.m. at night. So just imagine 8 p.m. at night. So I was without power for 24 hours, for all 24 hours cycle. But luckily enough, my man, my husband is a Starbucks addict. I'm trying to cut out that addiction because it's a very expensive addiction. So, you know, that's why I camped out. That's where I worked from. But it was a beautiful experience. Listen, every icicle pulled and this, that. But above all else, we thank God for life, right? And the important. Hey, listen, as usual, right now, we did 76 days, 23 hours, 46 minutes, and 30 seconds as I talk and right now, 2 elections to June 24th, 2023. So I think say in all of these, the three first you know chronologues then are the important, which is that the 76 days, 23 hours, and 46 minutes. Have you decided? Are you undecided? Are you not sure? Is there something I can do to help you decide? Remember, I'm not here to make the decision for you, because remember what I said yesterday, you will wear your shoes, now you know how they born. You will get cacto, now you know if you go able to put them inside shoes, right? You will get cacto, you go know how deep the cacto be. When you jam them inside a paper bag. Well, listen, ECSL is also saying to you guys that the voters ID card distribution time, they say, hey, it's voter ID card distribution time. And I remember what I talk say, now that's why I can talk say and say how the voter ID card them then go get for postpone and then supposed for distribute them inside March. They not distribute them inside March, then postpone until from the 7th to the 16th of April, from the 7th to the 16th of April 9, and say them postpone. And now we are at obviously today being the 7th of April. So from the 7th, so from, well, I don't know, almost o'clock now in Salone. I'm tempted to say from yesterday, the 7th of April, till the 16th of April, then go they shape on voters ID card. We get all information inside. So only make go pick the voters ID card. Wait till you understand this voter ID card for be a biometric card, so we get all your information inside. And according to what we understand, the reason why make them say the card been late, then say the company in Greece where they hire for make them card there, so then say because of flight security, this, that, you know what. A carrier is a carrier. A special carrier can be made, but you know we've passed that now. This is it is beyond us now. Make we look at what is in front of us. If I begin go back to the history, I don't think you know we'll be doing ourselves any good. Make we focus on waiting there in front of us. Waiting there in front of us is that. For me, if I understand the ID card, biometrics, this, that, when I look at the ID card, it almost feel like this. You almost feel like this kind of paper. You know, it almost feel like something I can fold into half easily and make a line in very easily, you know look like saying as something where if you fall down a water, it go hold, you know, it will resist, you know, not to that it look like for me, it look like for say the quality for all the things and way they don't make people go through and for the expectation set. Listen, I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, and if I'm wrong, do you beg una correct me because I know for say me are open to correction. But for all the expectation that we don't set, for all the anticipation, for all the gra, you know, the boss bass, we don't happen by this business. I wasn't expecting a substandard product, especially coming from Greece. I know what in Greece, you know, the ID card they look like. I know what in, you know, I know what in my own ID card may also look like. I know the quality. When I look at that ID card, you almost feel like, you know, and I mean no disrespect about this. Maybe that was the expectation set, and maybe the people them over they be understand them as that one day. But me where they over here, the way me they follow ECSL, way me they follow the head of ECSL and how we they talk and everything where they do, it been seem to me like for say that card there that be one strong card where especially side we come out in season this that and the election get for be doing in season that if you follow inside water nothing all the touch is solid, you know, no shakings. But that card they not look like to me like a no shakings card. It looks very flimsy. As a matter of fact, I'm even tempted to say whoever that company is, they should, if not reimburse the full $11 million, they should reimburse half of the $11 million that was spent, you know, in making these cards, because for the amount and for the quality, the return, I really do not think that the value that we were given value for money. But hey, listen, not to me negotiate the deal, not to me see the blueprint, not to me approve the blueprint, not to me approve the prototype. You know, the prototype kind thing will be see, I thought it was something of high standard, high quality. But if waiting them bring come, if waiting the prototype be not to in them give una ECSL, please, in the name of non-wastage, in the name of putting money back into the Sierra Leonean people's hand, in the name of being accountable and being transparent, I think you ought to go back to this company and say, like, what the heck? Like, well, honestly though, because waiting missing as until we quick, they will make us so. I wish I had, just give me a second. Actually, you know what? I have a card here. I didn't think I have one at the car. Just give me a second, people. I know so and I know it in. I just want to pull something quickly. This was what I was expecting. A card now also. A card now. This was what I was expecting. This was the quality I was expecting. I see I'm not able to even look at. See? I see I'm not even, you know, this was what I was expecting, but what I saw instead going around, you see, in fact, I don't click this one so safe for something like this. Very, very pliable, very easy to manipulate, very easy to break. So quality wise, I think, like I say, if they don't refund half the money, therefore refund the full money. Now, so me feel based on waiting the expectation where they don't set. Nothing say the expectation was met at all. So like they say on card they don't already from the 7th to the 16th. Make uno go pick them up. I just think, and also for the money spent for the citizens. And this na card where I think say enable, me don't know if every 4 year or every 5 year, but something like that, like value for money, value for even when I also said you do your driver's license, you do your health card, and for a period of time, and then you get for go renew and back. But I mean, these are things when they make them for be solid. So today we are the 7th. We're the 7th of April, which means that officially, the government of President Mada Bio as the head of the SLPP political party, the political party that is currently in power, has officially clocked 5 years in power, 5 years at the helm of governance. Waiting una feel. I go on Twitter page the day of. I woke up that morning. I was feeling some kind of way. I was having a reflective moment. And so I go on page. I read. Take me time for read. I think there were about 2 or 3 paragraphs, if I'm not mistaken. On Twitter page where he writes about the day, acknowledging the day, and what have you. And then I see a few other people there, right. Mixed feelings. I'm not here to talk about that right now. I'm sure before the election, absolutely, it's not even if we have time. It is not a if we have time. It's a must. It's a must that before the election we would have to talk about the 5 years. We will get to talk about the 5 years. What we think about the 5 years of the BO presidency, the SLPP presidency, because we cannot go to an election, on sitting on a donkey sliding, or sitting on an ice slope, or they go we cannot go skiing. Basically, we cannot go skiing. Yeah, we cannot go skiing. Neither can we go biking. Neither can we snowmobile. This one we have to pick apart. Okay, we'll have to pick apart. But hey, listen. Like I say, I know they also for talk about the 5 years. Sometimes I can for open the show with little things. Then what I feel say people them maybe yeri, but they don't get the full information. Just want to bring and come to their attention. So the other thing why I'm bringing to our attention quickly is that there is an expectant. So Salone, there is a proposal for make Sierra Leone increase the minimum wage, an increase to the minimum wage, which I think will be a good thing, because the amount of inflation where they happen right now in Salone, the stress level, the cost of living and all of them thing, and I think all around, I know for say for employers then especially giving the exchange rate, the GDP per capita, the CPI per capita, and all of that, it go be hard for. But listen, a man has got to live, because remember say the one themself back within at the bottom line, within at the underbelly, they self also need for feed. So I think an increase to the minimum wage will be good. However, I think, and I continue to say that there should be at least a 30 to 40% deduction in the salary of ministers. All the minister them, all the MDGs them, and forget a 30 to 40% salary reduction. I think so. I think these people are being paid for yeah. I know say they know they make that. I don't think there's anyone in that group that makes $5,000 or $7,000 a month. I don't think so. I don't think, if there is, then it means for saying a covert deal we're not in at all. Most of these people, I think they make about $3,000 give or take a month. Some of them $1,500, $2,000, depending on whatever. But I mean, the way they live, you would think that they are making $10,000, $20,000 a month, and that is not the case. So there is a proposal to the minimum wage in a Salone. So then they propose for making the minimum wage go from 500,000. I know. 500,000, but I said lifestyle salon, 500,000 only buy one burgers. I didn't buy one burgers. So hamburgers na 800,000. So right now they propose to move the minimum wage go from 500,000 to 800,000. We're going to be for say the 800,000 now, it's equivalent to hamburgers. equivalent to one bag. So something about maybe about 70, 800,000, maybe about $75 or $50, depending on the currency. Depending on the currency outside, they go there anywhere between maybe make I say 30 pound, 35 pound, or $50 or $60 or 45 euro. Depending on the currency, more they move and so no more. But when they put in the proposal, the first step now be known for say a little bit of a history, yeah, because we need to learn about things, and that's whatever. The first step where the minimum wage be increased na Salone was in 1997. That was immediately after the Minimum Wage Act was gazetted in Parliament, right, which was 1997, and then the minimum wage was $5.75. The minimum wage then, was $21,000, as a matter of fact. Hey, Matilda, I don't overlap. Look, you're wishful thinking. 21,000 yuans. 21,000 yuan in 1997, when the Minimum Wage Act was gazetted in Parliament. It was agreed that the minimum wage then, under the late President Ahmed Tijan Kaba, was set at 21,000 leons. And then it will take another 15 years to make the government look inside the minimum wage and mandate say then for increase the minimum wage. And I recall very vividly when that happened in January 2015. Yes, in January 2015, because I know for saying one of the things and then the way the former president Anes Baikoroma did as in his second term as he was exiting, right? The minimum wage. So he take the minimum wage from 21,000. He double about 2,280%. 2,280% increase to the minimum wage, because it went from 21,000 to 500,000, which when I currently Salone de Pan right now 500,000. So from this 500,000 will happen in 2015. Now there is a new proposal by this current government, obviously, for make them increase the minimum wage to an equivalent of, let's say, at minimal one bag less when at 800,000. I think it's a good thing all around for the minimum wage to be increased, because the underbelly, the poor man them, the laborers, then the one that way, we even say the blue collar worker, but even below the blue collar workers, and they really suffer from this. I know that it go hit business people and really hard, because markets not be sell. It's not the thing and I they can't tell me say I for pay me employees them. So there's going to be, I think, a lot of redundancy. I mean for say, I think say some businessmen then will get for shrink the number of people the way they work for them at some point, until things settle, stabilize, and pick up, until the economy pick up back again. I think so we don't cover some of the most important things that we have been want for bring come to uno attention. I just make sure say we not done here, so and I not cover them for now, because I not go one for you. Hey Matilda, you not talk about this. Hey Matilda, you not talk about that. And granted, it's not everything I have to talk about, and it's not everything I do talk about, but I can try for pay attention to the one then way much more important. Another thing where I want bring to una but people they don't know this, but inside this week I believe we name again don't make headline na Guinea with 1.5 tons of cocaine seized by the Guinean Navy. So the Guinea Navy, I believe, say na inside this week I not get the full what you might call it, the full article in front of me, but I just want for make you know for say one boat or one ship we been get Salone flag Panam, one ship we been get Salone flag Panam, the green, white, and blue flag. The Guinean Navy catch that boat they inside the water, and when they go check the boat, they found 1.5 tons of cocaine. So we have got to ask ourselves, we are getting closer to an election period. We know that cocaine, for the most part, is a black market drug. We know, say, that black market drug, they mainly na drug the way they live, where when you go inside, you dig inside, na people them where they high up in power, people them where get money, people them of influence, and then they deal in them thing and they. Now then they bring them in and they come people there where they coordinate. Basically they are in a group of mafias or the group of gangs, or they are protected by some, some godfathers somewhere. So you get for they ask yourself repeatedly, say, how come cocaine we clearly get links to Sierra Leone? The last time, remember, they arrest one Sierra Leonean, I think it was 4 Guineans, one Sierra Leonean again, then they back now be a massive ton of cocaine again. Then when I remember that chicken container, we then tell we say a chicken container, right? That container where mysteriously appear, then they carry and go Kinton Barracks. Then when they reach Kinton Barracks overnight, they can't tell we say a chicken, frozen chicken, I mean inside that container there, where we all be know waiting at the content of that container. I'm saying it has happened again. We are approaching elections, we're getting closer to elections, and we are seeing all these things. I don't think that they say even make Salone news, I'm not sure. But now something I get for bring to my mind. What is it that you want people to go to the polls stoned out of their mind, that they cannot reason, they go no more, they say stamp here, stamp. So when open here, they see Jerry. Instead of making see white, they see green, white, blue, red, whatever, just they put a boom. I know how they make me eye, because I'm making my eyes, at the role play, like for say we person stone high. They see again, I don't Jerry. Is that the thing here, as in that you poison the minds of the people? You instead of making them go to the polls, like PPRC say it's a time of reflection. They say election time, not to the time for gladdy, not to the time for dance, not to the time for parade. They say a time of reflection. I tell you for it be solemn with yourself, you reflect where how your life they go, how things they go. I couldn't do the show without bringing this to your attention, that it is getting dangerous out there. It is getting dangerous out there. As a matter of fact, let's give it a quick. The Guinean Navy seized more than 1.5 tons of cocaine on Sunday from a ship flying from Sierra Leonean flag, on Sunday from a ship flying the Sierra Leonean flag, the Guinean army said Wednesday in a statement. 62 bags of 25 kilograms of cocaine each and another 22 kg were found in the holds of the vessel boarded by the army during one of its permanent surveillance mission of the Guinean maritime territories. It goes on to say, the ship crew is composed of Sierra Leoneans, 3 Ghanaians. This time here, so now Ghanaian don't can add inside. Before the last one have been Sierra Leonean and Ghanaian, and Guinean. This one so now Sierra Leonean don't add this. I say the ship's crew is composed of 4 Sierra Leoneans, 3 Ghanaian, and 3 Guineans, according to the Army's Information and Public Relations Department. It goes on to say the Minister of National Defense officially handed over the 1,500 572 kilograms of cocaine, and the 10 crew member of the ship to the prosecutor of the court of first instance in Kaloum, Conakry. The statement added, noting that investigations are ongoing. God. Long considered a simple transit zone, Western Central Africa has also become a region of high drug consumption, according to a report by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, published in June 2022. United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime said that between 2019 and 2022, at least 57 tons of cocaine were seized in or en route to West Africa, mainly in Cape Verde. 16.6 tons, Senegal 4.7 tons, and Benin 3.9 tons, the report said. So not to Salone no more get this wahala. But me, remember, me docus not dey by any other body in drama. Me gra, me attention, me whatever is on Sierra Leone. What happens to Sierra Leone is what I'm more interested in. What happens in Ghana, what happens in Guinea, let the Ghanaians and the Guineans take care of that. What happens in Sierra Leone, where being a daughter of the soil, that is much more important to me. And it's for this reason that I make I bring this wires who come to on our attention. I don't think say I go jump into this show and do this show. I know for say the intro topics them and the updates them, but cool. But we have to do this because this is the way we get our information. Because Sierra Leoneans say we know they read, and secondly, we know they take with them for listen to true source of information. No, they take with them. I see we more forward and group. We know they do secondary research. We know they do preliminary research investigation. See if waiting so they happen on the other side. Other persons say that this that. But then before we go into the gentle thing, there is another thing that happened. We member of parliament there, we honorables them. I think by the time we go into election, they will say, this speaking. Not they respect the honorables them. Because the last time, I think the last time I call them honorables. We honorables then. But I remember a few months ago, as a matter of fact, that we were irate. We all been vexed. I also as I talk about the fact the Kahuna's way, them one pass one secret bill where, as a matter of fact, now the Speaker of Parliament, now it have been the Agbagba and that building. Where that inside that last building and say the speaker forget this, the speaker forget that, the speaker for himself forget impasse na can call him, but me don't forget the name. Yeah. That means that unlimited spending, the speaker forget this, he forget that the parliament, remember the people here in Kinsai chance. So the first day where it happened, another welfare bill, remember, right? Where they say then them you get wardrobe allowance, then you forget this. The ordinary Sierra Leone now they talk so. The ordinary Sierra Leone 500,000 I they make 500,000 we not do for buy one bag rice. Now we know they can't say get picking at school. I know they can't say get work for feed. I know can't say get family where depend on them. I know they can't now say they get for pay transportation for that $500 day for go Feni and to Mott and come back. I don't control that the them people here so where we elect, where we put inside that parliament hosting. Other than the fact that say then get the monthly salary where then they receive, where if I'm not mistaken, I think say they want monthly salary in about $1,500 a month. On top of that, anytime when they go sit down inside that parliament day, because they are considered lawmaker when they sit down there for talk about things them. On top of that, then they pay them all. Not for say they can go sit down at that place there, and most of them when I see them at their cell phone, they yak yak. Instead of make them pay attention to waiting they go on at the well and make them defend them people and make them fight for them people. I can see that some of them can they snooze. Tell like for say them in do watchman work all night. Now when they reach inside parliament now, that attending now, you know, they don't find bed for canap. Some of them can they snooze. If they know they snooze, then they not cell phone. Hey, Yeli, yes, now wait till yes, I did hey, talk small, talk small. Very few of them. Now inside this same very parliament here, so we see the report where talks say 40% of them were also where they receive about $1,500 US. Now they talk say 5,500 Salone. I say $1,500 US. Like now, if I tell you what $1,500 US, I put an at the Leons and I go Allah. And I will say Jesus is Lord. So short of make I not discourage you now, because I know I make anybody get heart attack this Good Friday. I'm not about that. Short of make I not give you the equivalent, make I just put a normal how I put on. On top of that $1,500, the way they pay them every month, they get fuel subsidies, they get you know, how they call them, they get sitting money anytime where they sit down at that parliament day. Including the 40% of them when on one day open their mouths. Then talk the reports there. As a matter of fact, and also an officer and a liar, they lie because no one has ever called me a liar on the show. Because when I know for say they take me time, I'm very diligent about what I say. And they do me research. 40% of them, I think we have about 160 something or more parliamentarians. I get the number, I just need for pull them up. Number of parliamentarians. Now you count inside that number of parliamentarians, they always sit on there about 40%. No one they open the mouth there for say, are they I'm a constituency this. Other than the first day where they come, then take them out of office. I see them come and take them out of office. I see them sit down there, cack na that chair there, then at their cell phone that they run deals. You know, one day open the mouth, talk for them constituents there. They know one day open the mouth, participate in debates there. They know one day open the mouth, team up for them people there. And you wonder why things are falling apart. 40%. So when you look at 100%, now 60% number of the parliamentarians were active. The balance 40, then they no more for the collect. And they no more for the collect. Whether they put lipo, come with lipo, put as much lipo and can sit down. Rise, then rise. Sit, then sit. Dismiss, then dismiss. And then they then do this entire term. With them in day, then come with the lipo. The one that will not get the lipo, then come with them, watch them on their cell phone, on their glasses, then sit down there. Nothing were they doing for you, the people. Nothing, because in the 5 years, then talk in the 5 years where they sit down at that place, they from 2019 to now, only 40%, only 60% of them participated in debate. They balance 40. Yeng Italy for say they know they Italy for saying a ghost 9 pass. But yet these people 3 weeks towards this current parliament for make no lock panel, because remember them for don't lock officially according to the constitution and for don't lock the much for don't lock panel, but because they were up to something, you know, I can always tell you, I can say wait no more, wait happen, no waiting and call you fuk. Because the truth shall always come to light, and the truth eventually came to light. The reason why make them in team up, them in make boss bass instead of make them unlock March 24th or 25th, according to the constitution, according to where they're waiting, and they make boss bass. They say, they know they lock. Hey, lock April, waiting they call. They know they lock April this. Yes. Yeah, so it look like say we get 146 parliamentarians inside we parliament right now. And as soon as they see and they skinny, they show now the number of people then, this, that, you know. And then you sit and you say, okay, if APC really has the majority of 68 representation, how is it that under this current administration, so much zegeza build them pass na that place there? And they were supposed to be the opposition. They were supposed to stand firm for the people. They were supposed to make sure that no shaking, no bull shaking, no happen for the people. But so many, instead, including this PR representation, Tina Wedon Canton, Kankawam na people in neck, they were all there. See the breakdown. See, that is why when people quickly engage, hey, the SLPP, I'm like, hold on. Was the SLPP only the people in parliament? Did the SLPP not collaborate with somebody else to get these done? Eh? Look the number then. If you add the SLPP number, right? If you look at the SLPP number, right? When at 49, una add the coalition for change, then get 8 people there inside. So let's say that brings it to about what 56. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 63. If even self we say then combine all the other small party there, then put them together, it still not add up to the APC in number. So that is why I'm saying when people are pointing fingers and they are quick to say SLPP, what was the APC doing? Have you ever sat to ask yourself what was the APC doing? What were they doing in representing you, in ensuring, in safeguarding, in being an effective opposition within the walls of parliament? Have you ever sat and asked yourself that? So before you know the point finger, no show you the point finger, 3 they come back to you. Right? That's why the point finger, 3 they come back to you. So before you point the finger, do some reflection, do some introspection, and ask yourself, if you belong to the APC party, ask yourself this question. Say, okay, wait to if we watch the number they are sober. If this bill pass, this bill pass, this bill pass, this bill pass, this bill pass. And when I add the SLPP number, add the opposition number, then I put them together, it still not reach me on. What are we saying? What are we saying? So do we 100% levy the blame on the SLPP? Or are there mirrors around that everybody should look at? Now some of them question there for the ask yourself. So now that make us say, am I making your decision easier? Have I made your decision easier? Do you want help in making your decision if you haven't? So what talk this why so right now? Some people then go feel to say, it is a praising to the current regime. No. It is not a pressing to the current regime, because even as much as I see these numbers, I'm also conscientious of the fact that there were people who were legitimately voted, who were illegally removed and replaced by SLPP without going to a vote. So when we see this number, do this number actually show the accuracy of what is actually happening or what actually happened in the world in terms of fair representation? We need to ask ourselves these questions. But even as we go on further, then try them. I've been telling you, say something day. The reason them people here, they push for make this parliament post no lock. Say that time, I've been telling you, say thing they bien. And on Sunday, the thing drop. It dropped, ma. Now been Sunday about Monday. Me no remember 4 days ago. Now it dropped. Come. And I say parliament. And I want to say thanks to Lamana, because me not been the parliamentary debate anymore. Life got life, and I have to take care of life. So I want to tell Lamana Boku thank you. We bring this to your attention 4 days ago where he say, with less than, now Lamana say, with less than 3 months to the end of the 5th Parliament of Sierra Leone, members of Parliament are expected to hold pre-legislative meeting on the Parliament Act of 2023. 3 weeks to outside, then still want make sure say Then the wife them, the girlfriend them, the fry egg them, the lala pintas them, the bekus them on the side, that they are properly taken care of. While the masses continue to suffer. Waiting really don't achieve that well of parliament they for waiting they demand na yaso. They say the bill is proposing that outgoing speakers shall be entitled to retain one of the official vehicle of their possession. 3 security personnel provided by the state and home furniture of the tune of 50 million only. So the speaker you not been gets furniture and use. All these 5 years, we been the lead the parliament, now we get speaker and the Sierra Leone and then now for can put 50 million for make it furnish house. Get 3 bodyguard them for waiting. What have you done that? What have you not done, or what have you done that you're afraid of your own shadows? Get 3 bodyguard them, and then motoka we not to you state motoka is saying for all one. And then here's where it gets even funny. It says it is also proposing a 25% increase to the pension of former members of parliament every 5 years. Now, what is in it for me? This is where the what is in it for me. The first side have been for the Speaker of Parliament. Now the second side, now all them I so them barakuta them. Then snake they wanna call non-honorables them. When she do inside our parliament day. This is where they agree. This it is for this reading they agree to push the closing date of parliament, the official closing date, because they say this bill now they propose 25% increase to their salary every 5 years. Could you imagine? Listen. If one day I decide to join politics, no surprise, man must leave. It's sweet. It's sweet. You know, it goes on to say the new Parliamentarian Act 2023 has been gazetted after Parliament disowned the Parliament Welfare Act 2022, which was leaked to the media in June 2022. So then, you see, where it gets for do it, the one word they inside, quick one, and non gazette, and quick one, and they go first reading, second reading. What have these people done? There was even more. I just not been getting there. One part been the way them even talk say, then for pay them either a lump sum, then quote one big $, either then pay them a lump sum of this one so, or then they give it. God, where are we going? Where are we going? So you want to tell me for say all them people here so we can inside politics. We go beg people they say who vote for me, make I represent you now. This was the payment back that you received. That now then for retire. So you serve 5 years. God, just imagine. You serve 5 years, 45% on no one they open no more stock for anybody now na constituents or no constituents them. But yet, no one live large. But I am happy, we not asleep. We not asleep. Just like when that leak welfare one in June 2022, I see we pounce panam. Just like when that welfare one in I'm in 2019 or 2020. We don't remember the year again. We pounce pan that one day back. Now so back where this was so back we not sleep, we not sit down, we like no. I see they be the hot, I see the hot they be. I wanna no go tire, na so back we self no go tire. I saying, what is this nonsense? Not afraid God. But make we listen to one audio quick before around this topic here so up. And we go to the other topic. Make we listen to one audio. Make we listen to the report. The report from AYV on this business here. So we listen, man.
Last year, Parliament of Sierra Leone was bashed after a document entailing an increase in their salaries and other emoluments was leaked to the press. At first, Parliament denied the document, but after that, the leader of government business, Honorable Martin Numa, was heard saying,
Mr. Minister, be ready. Very soon we'll table our welfare bill. Our welfare bill will be discussed in this. I am saying what is good for the goose is good for the gander. We are going down the road now. We can praise you, but we cannot forget ourselves. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, first law of nature is self, and we have delivered. Nobody needs to praise us.
After a document entailing an increase in their salaries and other emoluments was leaked to the press. At first, Parliament denied the document, but after that, the leader of government business, Honorable Matnyuma, was heard saying,
Mr. Minister, be ready. Very soon we'll table our welfare bill. Our welfare bill will be discussed in this. I am saying what is good for the goose is good for the gander. We are going down the road now. We can praise you, but we cannot forget ourselves. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, first law of nature is self, and we have delivered. Nobody needs to praise us. Go to the archives and check for us what we have done for this nation as members of Parliament. What we have done for us to change the narrative, irrespective of political lines. But we are doing it in the interest of Sierra Leone.
Even though the welfare bill was already gazetted last year, a new bill entitled the Parliament Act of 2023, which is an act that provides for the establishment of Parliamentary Commission, to provide for the leadership and governance structure of Parliament, to provide for the establishment of the Parliamentary Service, to provide for salaries and other benefits of members of Parliament and staff, and to provide for other related matters. Currently in Committee Room 1, the Parliament of Sierra Leone is their meeting to discuss the bill entitled Parliament Act 2023.
Everyone that has to do with the Parliament Act, when we reach at this point, we are going to ask all strangers out to reactivate the standing orders.
They actually don't know the outcome, as strangers were actually outside. In the bill, clause 22 to 25 proposed that an outgoing speaker is entitled to retain one of the vehicles assigned to him, 3 securities, and 50,000 new loans for home furniture. Not only that, a 25% increment on the pensions of former members of parliament. Also, members of parliament who have served for 1 term shall be paid a one-off sum of loans equivalent of 50,000 United States dollars in lieu of monthly pension. With these pointed out, citizens are seeking answers to the following questions. Why is this coming less than 3 weeks for the 5th Parliament to dissolve? Has the welfare bill been abandoned or some of its provisions adjusted and transferred into the Parliament Act? Joseph Johnson, AYV News, Freetown.
Are you mad? Are you mad? He slapped me.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're bad. You know, the late Etabawa, God rest her soul, I really, really miss her in these times, because if I don't get a very crafty, tolerable, digestible way to put this, you know, a very digestible, very well crafted, but a way that is much more absorbable, more way you're able to digest that small, we know will give you a heart attack. Imagine I'm not telling you your government say after I don't work for you for 5 years, give me $50,000 one lump sum. Sorry, people, I should be serious, but this is, you know, like honestly, I feel say it's not just a line there. It's no more for make joke, man. This cannot be true. It cannot be true that these members of parliament, after they don't sit down at parliament, also 40% of them don't ever open them mouth talk for them people them. They don't ever open them mouth talk for nothing. They just dip and lipo and shine. Then just dip and make up, fix makeup. Lipo for 5 years. You all sit down inside the Kotoko and agree say one lump sum of 50,000 United States dollar, because they serve Them been send call unu. Not to unu go beg there. Them been send call unu. Not to unu go beg. Say do you unu give me chance I want work for una. It was one from wardrobe allowance to welfare bill, to parliamentary act. Sierra Leone, I love that country. I love that country. But man, sometimes, in these times, Usain and now no more right now, and now no more no they think for add people in salary to one bag rest. Where I sure say right now say the one bag rest in money it boku pass the 800,000. Now in the wire. And they get $1,500 per month. Every sitting where they go, then they pay them. For all the other little benefits, the way then they get cell phone, this, that, then get the bolo mind. But like I say, some of us in good conscience will not sit and allow certain things like this to happen. So yesterday, we learned that because they put them did and say, and again I want to thank Lamrana because I was like, you know what, I'm not going to follow this. He's very good at updating and at keeping, he's a journalist, he's doing his work. That's what he went to school for, that's his profession, that's what he should do. Inform the public, inform people. They say members of the Republic of Sierra Leone Parliament have withdrawn the controversial Parliamentary Act 2023. Today, it was interesting to watch how members of the main opposition APC and the ruling SLPP were accusing each other of owning the bill. Hashtag Freetown Stories go on to say members of Parliament of Sierra Leone have withdrawn the controversial Parliamentary Act of 2023. The bill is proposing that outgoing speakers should retain one of the official vehicle and be entitled to a monthly pension of 80% of their salary. Could you imagine? 80%. For being a Sierra Leonean is good. What is even more sweeter is to be a Sierra Leonean politician. Hey, it's sweeter. It's sweet. My goodness. Hey, 80% of their salary and a payment of a one-off of 50,000 United States dollars to one-term parliamentarian. So they serve 5 years. Then they for pay them 50,000 United States dollar. Me people there like I say, make cannot translate, make cannot convert waiting 50,000 United States dollar equivalent to right now inside Salone. Because like I say, I don't want to make some of you get heart attack. Me, I just there so for present the information. So make we left us. So if you want for no, you can go na currency converter, currency exchange, put 50,000 United States dollar. I go give you mlap. Convert. Which you know parliamentarians then they ask for. It says on Monday during the pre-legislative hearing by a committee that includes both the SLPP and the APC, journalists were asked to leave the room. In 2022, a welfare bill that was leaked to the media was also disowned by Parliament. Today, it was interesting to watch how members of the main opposition APC and the ruling SLPP party were also accusing each other of owning the bill. When it becomes tight, nobody wants ownership. Or this why also a turn football. This why also kicker. The other say, no, me no want to kicker. So the other one say, not to me a kicker. And that make earlier on in the show I said to you. Even while acknowledging that certain ills were done against the APC, elected APC political parliamentarians, how are they quick for the put the finger on? I remember say 3 they come back to now. Because this bill was not done or written in abstention to the knowledge of the APC political party. It wasn't. Nobody not able to convince anybody of that. They no go sit down, they write all them things and they ask all them things and so. To a country that is so deprived, that is so teared, that is so like it's in abject, it's in the brink of objectivity. No. No go tell me say APC, they not been dead. APC members of parliament, they not been dead, they not been get knowledge of it. They themselves not put their own word in inside. Absolutely not. I refuse to accept that. So that is why I say really and truly, when you think about all these things, so now therefore think about who are they serving, who is standing for you, who is serving for you, the ordinary Sierra Leonean. Are they just there to make name for themselves, for making to make them demigods, them for making to worship, for making to constantly they omojuba, for making to constantly they wake 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock morning, go to map and then gate? Because they would not do things that will elevate you. So you self, you go get gate, you self, you go get fence for come on wake up. But listen, even as them day to the last 2 weeks of them closing with the watch, Koju, we are watching. We are watching. Like where non-honorable Tom Newman say, I say what is good for the goose is good for the ganders. So yes, sir, I fully agree. What is good for the goose is absolutely good for the ganders. If we no go tire for say, Papa God help we, Papa God, what is going on? Papa God, sorry for we. Guess what? The ganders, we will never have them have rest either. If the goose is not going to have its rest, the ganders will also not have their rest. Yeah? Salone not own our own. Salone we all own. We are all entitled to that country. We are all entitled to thrive and live in that country. It is not for some, it is for all. What you know motto say? What you know motto say? One country, one people. Abi atapanso. So my people, make we move on to Mr. Gentle. You don't go down today and I'll go to Mr. Gentle with a nakama, and it's a quick one. That the young boku know the inside for talk. So you go say, hey Matila, I know say some of you at the watch time. Hey Matila, time they go, you know it. No, don't worry, people. A professional knows how to calculate time. Now, no worry. Make we listen to an audio. We go analyze that audio there. It's a quick one. You know, it's me. Yeah. Just leave it where it's supposed to be, and that's it. Yeah. Mr. Producer, not to kiss me, show to the people, not to kiss me, sir, not to kiss me, sir. Because if it tickles me, we'll not go down this show today, sir. So I refuse to be tickled tonight. Just show to the people, the more they go. I refuse. This now on a monthly salary of uno parliamentarians. I know they talk about the money where they give them after every sitting or for every sitting. These are just the monthly salary, So the producer want to kiss me small. If I make I go into that place where I know I'm going, I refuse to go there. I refuse, sir. I'm a juba, sir. I refuse, sir. Oh, they go no more.
I lost in every next one. And this is what I do. Always try to do. Talking for women of future, I know the truth, and I learn also the other. That the stubbornness, when we Muslims, we Futsonians, we the countrymen, they don't suffer over the years. The crowd and our brother, they don't disrespect to them. The people that begin when they walk to them, who said they walk to them, our brother. And we, my brother can't pay. When I say camp, I see the one camp, Samba no camp. Everybody man go work going to me. The guy is not talking so. What does he want you? They don't carry him. They don't take care of you. You don't do what you do. No more or less than 1 foot down. No more or less than 1 foot down. The creator, when they come at this picture, the history shows them that we be taking them, now we them meet that picture. Now we buy them, now we give them the seats that picture. Yes, something. We don't ask them to tell them, or you tell them to now we give them the seats that as well. Some of them are not here. If we don't encourage them, they don't come and everything. And so work hand in hand. When I expect we expect we take now we will as your place. And we will always remain for Nekuna. Now we see, you understand? When even the Lord will say now for them only minutes. Why now that clear the bar point for 1 minute. And now time that he come. The weather will pain me. That is the absolute disrespect to the consumer. It's an absolute disrespect to the consumer. One brother tell me, when I call you permanent, the question they ask you. Now, the word permanent, when I tell you that, I say not to cinema, then I say that permanent. When I say permanent, the question they ask, how do you permanent? I am permanent. The question they ask, you permanent, you are permanent. That means you are buying, and if you are buying, you forget which one. One person that buys for no thing for you, for no thing ever. Come on, buy permanent. You are buying for no thing ever, for no thing ever. Ou les sinon, ou les seuls la permanent, ou no thing ever. People, they molest you, they disrespect you, they want pass you, they want to pass you. Eh? Don't do God. Don't do God. When now you make a business, you know, I will only go there because of what happened August 10 for every country and every person. Because the peace, what we got in this country is very, very fragile. It's not strong. When it happened August 10, I think I've got someone for me on that person. Because as he said, the time they got a problem. Christian. And you know, maybe Papa has seen so I belong at the village of guidance. In Barcelona, tell our worker again at this country. And the regular, I said, Allah, regular. We Muslims, don't talk to the Christian brother and the sister this time around that this way of business should be Muslim the ones are now. Now, beg you, it will be a responsibility on every consumer and every Muslim to say, this time around, we Muslims, they say, one for action. And this time. And we don't know about prayer. But with the Jew, I say, we certainly will be recognized. And Lord, to say, now, mayor, you don't want to wait. You go choose what are deputy, for deputy mayor, what are Christian back, what are Creole back. So, of course, some Muslim one and the other are the way. One Muslim one are the way. If the enemy votes for the right, or any consumer wants to vote for the right, to encourage the creator and say, brother or brother and sister, that will be as one. But now, this position, this time, who's going to want that? Who's going to want that?
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
But at the very moment, this is the month of Ramadan, let Allah give all the blessing, let Allah make him go. Yeah, see, there are two pillars. Akanaya, Akanaya Imam will especially give me the good way they do for the past how many years. I don't know how the things are inside policies for email, but an advantage like your book. If I don't have this show, this is not program police position and the advantage. And an advantage, now they don't exhibit so bad. Now they don't exhibit so bad. That we, the Muslims, we like Christians. Maybe all the Messiah of the Christian, not of the Muslim. Because what you do, we respect them. We respect them. Now you may see one call the unemployment scale. The people that are unemployed, the Muslims are who? Plenty of the Muslims who are existing right now, when they left mosque, then they go to mosque, then they go to church. They say people when they go to church, then they get work. Don't be careful. I don't go around shit tomorrow. What's in the jihad going to vet for this illusion? The Lord will ask you for the party tomorrow. Are you religion? The Lord will ask you. Are you serving religion? Are you serving religion? The Buddha is doing amongst them. That in Al-Jannah and them. What is that you going to do compared to Al-Jannah for Islam? Allah was saying in the Quran, you Muslim, anyone when they say the kalima, La ilaha illallah, Shaykh Muhammad Rasulullah, then you go down. Anyone when they say the kalima, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, now, one of our sisters and brother, who they beg on this time around this position, who said, lot of things, yeah, you can say religious scholar right there in this country. Lot of things like that we do now. And we need to understand, and we're going for it. Wallahi, I'm so determined, I am so determined, more than ever. I want to say that's it. I don't want to talk much because I get emotional. This thing I get too emotional and the pain will never act for me. Let us do all the blessing of your life. Thank you.
Okay, so Gento say this tear so they make them emotional. They don't want to talk Moku because this tear they make them so emotional. You know, they think for play the AYV interview, but I should say Boku often I don't see that interview there. But I play about 9 minutes of that AYV interview though. But maybe after the show where we don't do a song, whatever, maybe we'll go hold them in the background or go put them as a, you know, a piece for whatever. You know, when it comes and Gento ask the question, say the question we'll ask now, was it an emotional, you know, the way they come at this subject matter, I mean an emotional blackmail, you know, plea to emotion, you know, na emotional manipulation or na political immaturity. While I talk, I'll ask my producer to look up and pull up the demographic of Sierra Leone, meaning the demographic of Sierra Leone, the percentage of Muslim, Jew, Christian, and others. The demographic of Sierra Leone, the percentage of Muslim to Christian and others. I'll go answer Gento in ramblings, because honestly for me it was rambles. Yes, it says some serious words. Then people have said West. People have said West. Is it the West that could have been said? I don't think so. I think I strongly believe say Gento in what them now a mix of emotional manipulation as well as political immaturity. I see the religious council come, and I mean, then talk fine. The bar association can then put in on. I mean, everybody and their little cattles had a press release to be published about this. The thing is that when political candidates then go now, and please, producer, if you can pull up those demographics for me, I'll be happy. When political people then go now, especially sacred places, them, sacred sanctuaries, them, when they go now churches, them, then go now mosques, them, they can just limit them to them 2 important places. They don't give them the mic. You can acknowledge their presence. Say, hey, we glad for make una no say so and so person can worship with we today. That is it. Period. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. There are spaces to campaign. The church is not one of those places. The mosque is not one of those places. We don't bring politics come inside everything, that there are no separation of spaces. There are no separations. We need forget separation of spaces. We need for respect separation of spaces. Any politician or aspiring politician wake up inside church, that reverend, that father, that archbishop, that imam, whoever you be, do not give these people the microphones. Your microphone now for unu sacred space. Now for make unu preach the gospel. Now for make unu announce. Okay. Now for make unu announce. Make announcements na service, that's it. It's not for a politician to be mounted on the podium for begin to spew. Then I cause this. According to what they look now, so he said the interreligious councils of Sierra Leone estimates that 77% of the Sierra Leonean population are Muslim. 77% of the Salone population then are Muslim. 21% are Christians, and 2% are followers of traditional African religion. So, Mr. Gentle, sir, next time before you begin talk some kind thing and begin they say and they use emotional manipulation for manipulate the people them because you not get something of substance to say, leave religion outside of it, leave ethnicity outside of it. Lamina Sanko, we change the name to Lamina Sanko. Now be who that it be. Not to be Creole man. Creole man, for sure inclusion, for sure unity, for sure, you know, you na me na you, there is no difference. It change in him. The thing is that I don't know what are you. I don't understand what are you majiji but Creole people then. Did the Creole ever come to you and say they wanted that they were never grateful to have been given, you know, for where they remember saying Adilo, not to Gio, not to Frio, it was bought, not for Frio. It was bought for a specific purpose, for a specific group of people to thrive and be. So now you they use emotional manipulation and political maturity because you know they come with substance with the people them for can blindfold the people them. What do you mean by Muslim they don't suffer? If Muslim they don't suffer, how is the suffering of Muslim connected to Creole? Tell me that. How is the connection? Help me. How do you make that connection? See, Muslim people and they suffer inside Salone or inside Freetown. Because make we tap into Freetown. Make we tap into how you make that connection. Say thank you very much for the stars. Wisdom Abdul Idris Kamara. Thank you very much for the stars. How you make that connection there? For say Muslim people are inside Freetown, then they suffer as a result of Creole man. From my recollection and as far as history don't tell me. Boku, like how you say, the country people, they're not to me talk mona, you talk entemne, you win a entemne, me not to entemne, but you say, the country people, them, don't suffer in the hands of Creole. How will you suffer in the hands of Creole? Because me own history when me sabi inside Salone, that history they tell me say now Creole people then na the men boku country people then send them go school, educate them. Some of them give them you name them, some of them give them property them, some of them they expose them. When the country man not be one educating Peking, when not be one sending Peking go school, when not be one making Peking thrive in Peking achieve, na Creole people them say no, Peking not to host if for they no more they wasp pan and they book and they go na farm. Peking you need for educating. You need for game how them call them set them up so that tomorrow himself go become mortal man. So how Creole man offend you by doing that? Tell me ba. You say you wife na mende, you papa na this, you mama na that, you married to this, and that you no go allow tribal war for coming inside Salone or for carry if tribal war now you host the war go begin. How you set up your home? How you set up your home? How you dey manage your home? Emotional blackmail, emotional manipulation, and political immaturity will get you nowhere if you cannot articulate the issues. It no matter how much money you get, it no matter how much deal you dey broken at the corner. You're talking about Muslim being disadvantaged. Muslim being disadvantaged by whom? Why make you turn into the Creole person? Now Creole person I don't rule Salone for the past 62 years. Now Creole person I rule Salone for the past 15 years. Now Creole person I been the deputy vice president na Salone for the past 15 years. Now Creole person they make policies then a Salone. Now Creole person I disenfranchise Muslim them. Now Creole person I then a governance right now. Now Creole person I they make all the policies the way they affect Sierra Leoneans right now. Now, who do then a power? The political party where you claim say they support where they a power right now. Under their nose, almost stem inflation not don't go up. Under their nose, tell me almost people in graduate college where they get work where they do right now. Under their nose, tell me almost a household they able to feed three square meals a day. Under their nose, tell me how much youth unemployment don't go up. Under their nose. Now Creole person I do dandy. Now Creole person do dandy. How Creole connect with Muslim? The Muslim population is higher in the country. So therefore, by process of a natural process, if the population, if one side and the population high past the other, obviously when something happens, it affects them more. That is just plain and simple. It affects them more. So yes, a lot of Muslims them maybe are unemployed because they carry the greater majority of the population, size-wise. 77% na Muslim, only 21% na Christian. You say Muslim, then they turn away from the Islamic religion and they go to the Christian religion, because when they go to the Christian religion, now they get work. Papa, you know, go ask the imam, they make them pray better. Ask them to pray better for their people. How Creole man connects on that? If one side not they give me what I want, the other side I look left, I look right, I say look like say Obayanda. See, look they all up small. Na Creole man na go drag the Muslim man, pull and roots and come on at the mosque and say, Papa can't sit down at church. How Creole man connects on this? You say the Creole man take another Creole man for running mate? Another Christian. Since when? Since when? Since when they prohibit anybody? Since when has it been prohibited inside Salone for make person not take the person where he feel to say go give an advantage? Or for make person take somebody no more because he come on another tribe? Just because. Not because the person is competent, not because the person is qualified, not because the person can deliver for the people, but because he's my tribesman. He's my tribesman, he's my tribesman. I don't lead with Osai with this so. I shall say where Aki Soya. I shall say where she don't for make that decision day. She did not do it lightly. He not do one because in a Creole. Now that make you other bring other Creole. As a matter of fact, what's the percentage of Creole in Sierra Leone? If I'm not mistaken, they are less than 3%. Even less than that. What is the percentage of Mendeti Mnilimba Loko in the country? So if you want to go by, breaking it down to tribe, I don't think that was her thought process in choosing another Creole man to run with, to be her running mate. I believe her thought process in choosing another Creole person to be her running mate was based on competence. Was based on competence. It wasn't based on tribal or religious line. It was based on competence. Who among these can be in my corner? Who among these can see what I am seeing? Who among these, if I forgot to marry Ayanda, then go pick up and run with it? Who among these see the vision? Who among these can create? Who among these can impact? That is how you choose a running mate. They choose a running mate because we come on a fugudia together. That's not how you choose a running mate. They choose based on competence. Waiting the person they able to bring can at the table. What addition? How can they help enhance? How can they help bolster? So waiting Creole man, if you go choose a Christian for be you running mate, Otilon, that is your business. It's your prerogative. It is your right. But now all of a sudden, boom around and make them a tribal and a religious situation, because it's not. People are free to associate with whomever they want to associate. You where they talk so, the opportunities that you've been given, if it was to go by, how they call it allegiance. Now the APC now you for bear allegiance to right now. The APC is with whom you should have bear allegiance to. Because nobody knew Gentle without Anes by Koroma. Nobody knew who Anes by Koroma, who, by the way, was a Christian, not a Christian president, no, a Muslim president. A Muslim president, by the way, sir. A Muslim president. Now I give you that opportunity there. Now I give you that opportunity there. For you for become the gentle now where people and they go gentle. He gave you an opportunity. You say you go inside road construction, this, that. He gave you an opportunity as a young man. He saw potential. You gave you an opportunity, gave you a contract. And that's how you became this gentle. You not just fly from heaven, you descend into earth. And all of a sudden you became gentle. Somebody gave you an opportunity. Is it not a Christian president that is in power right now? Are you not associated with the SLPP? Under whose reign is there massive inflation, massive unemployment, massive degradation of state institutions, massive closure, state captures, and all of that? So you say Anes by Roman a Christian, maybe if you say a Muslim. So to the former president, excuse me, sir, he can always they wear that gown and they put that, so maybe if you to say na Muslim, but he was a Christian. So was he not a Christian man that gave you that job? Was he a Muslim man? Was he a Muslim man? Was he not a Christian president that saw you, believed in you, and afforded you and provided opportunity for you? The person now where you say under the flag or party symbol they run, is he also not a Christian? Now waiting. Who has ever prevented Muslims from doing anything in that country? Who has ever prevented Muslims from elevating? The thing is that you immaturity, and you being is what led you to do misfire, misspoke, trying to manipulate people. All time they try to manipulate people and manipulate people and manipulate people. You say the advantage, but who is taking advantage on whom? There are barely any Creole people left inside Freetown. Because you don't take all the land in their hand. You don't take all the land in their hand. You go Charlotte, you go Regent, you go Rickett, you go Banana, you go Plantain, you go this. You don't take all the land in their hand to the point where that you've driven them out. You have driven them out. So the few way they say, you know what, no, me self, me granny and me grandpa, the neighbor, then they are so me self want to do or something. Even that again, you want to strangle them. No, go strangle we. No, go strangle we. You can strangle some, but you cannot strangle all. So stop your emotional manipulation. Stop your political immaturity. Get to the issues. Get to the issues. Go to statistics Salone. See what the stats are saying about the country. Almost for Osred. Almost for 1 pint per mile right now. Almost for bag rest. Almost for sugar. Almost for school fee. Almost for transportation. These are the issues. Those are what you should be looking at. How to solve those. Freetown don't choke. Freetown don't overchoke. How do we depopulate? How do we depopulate? What infrastructures can we put in place to make life easy, to make movement, fluidity of movement? What do we bring in to ensure that every citizen, every Freetonian has running water, pipe-borne water going into their homes? How do we take care of the wash situation? You dey go na Bome, you dey go na Kanike, you dey go na slums. They say you dey go their habitats and you go transform. Transform what? What you dey go transform? These are waterways. People have blocked waterways. Then you go tell them, say, you go transform them to habitat. Habitat for what? It means that you don't even know environmental issues. You don't know environmental consequences. You don't know how environmental degradation they work, how climate change they work. Because if you know that, you know, we'll go live and then people and they say, you can't fix it. How are you fixing? How will you fix? These are waterways. Waterways that's been crowded by humans, taken over by humans. Focus on the issues. Talk about the issues. Let Creoman do Creoman. Just like I'll say, leave Timini man, make Timini man do Timini man. But not begin, they can't bring we, they can't buguduk bagada way. No. We've passed those days. We've passed those ages. We don't pass them days, then day. We don't pass their ages, then day. You know? I'm seeing right now the demographic, current demographic of Sierra Leone by grouping. You know? The termine, where they say or termine. You guys represent the highest majority of the land. The highest majority of land, 35%. Next to the Mendes, 31%. Then the Limbas with 8%. The Convoys with 5%. The Creoles with 2%. Madingos 2%. Loco 2%. Others 15%. But 2%, now they make it tremble. So 2%. Hey boy, yourself go 35% to 2%. Now they make you the tremble. So you not go use the head. Not go use the head. Use your head. Because when they go to the ballot box, no Creoman no more. If the vote was solely left to Creoman no go win mayorship inside Freetown. Because the population size is oddly stacked against them. Highly stacked against them. But it's what they bring to the table. What they bring to the table. I'm not saying there haven't been corrupt, people down there in that city council there. And I'm not saying Yvonne's tenure is blemish-free, white, spotless. I don't know. I'll have to fine-tooth it. But what I can say is that I saw a woman who was determined to make a birth city shine. I saw a woman who was determined, who, despite, being a technocrat, came and studied the bureaucracy, studied the political atmosphere, broke grounds, broke ceilings. She was willing to do whatever it takes to make sure her city, Freetown, stood on the map, was known around the world, not known for nefrosity, but known for positive things. That's what I saw. So let's talk about those. Let's talk about how we transform the Freetown to Tree Town. Let's talk about the deforestation that has happened. Let's talk about all of the missing mangroves. Let's talk about, let's talk about the issue. Let's talk about the basic. Let's talk about the provision of resources. Let's talk about the fact that people, Sierra Leoneans, cannot afford a bag of rice. Let's talk about what statistics Sierra Leone is saying and how do we address that. Because listen, when it hits you, they hit you as Creole, they hit you as Mende, they hit you as Timini, they hit you as Loco, they hit you as Fritonian, they hit you as human being person. Period. They hit you all as Sierra Leonean. Period. Regardless of religion, regardless of tribe. Regardless of religion, regardless of tribe. So dear young man, next time you feel the urge to go into sentimental manipulation and allow your caprices to take over, take a pause. Remember, say there's a young lady here that said, think about the issues, think about solutions. Proffer solutions to waiting statistics Sierra Leone they tell we right now. That's what Sierra Leoneans want to know about. Not whether this person is Creole, this person is Timline, Limbalok or Gizi Kranko. And the saddest thing is that after you said this, you see a first lady who has no, in fact, me, I don't even know how for put her, which category for put her anymore. See, don't they go talk about, sectionalizing people by tribe, breaking it down from tribe, but then now to region, place of birth. If the one that wait inside, they not complain. Ask them, who saw you when a stranger where they not send call you? How he honor you? How he honor you? How na you yonde? Who call you pa awujo? Who send call you pa awujo? Where say you don't know what in your lemon? Who send call you pa people awujo? Where you don't know what in your lemon? In fact, as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to play that recording. Because it was one of the most... we still deeper the holy waiting and cause. So make a left. It came to my mind. I was about to spit it out. And then I cut myself halfway through my teeth and my tongue. So I'll hold it there. But Sierra Leoneans do not allow people for emotionally manipulate. Let them come with the facts. Let them deliberate on the issues. let them demonstrate how they go provide solution, because at that day now you go take hold them by tomorrow. When Yvonne come, he say now this now go do. In 5 years, successively, they show now the print book there, they show now this I say I been do, I go do, so I do am. And this I say I go do, I know able to do this one, so now so we tap on, now we begin on, that way. I can go back and account and hold on every single thing. You know, they can't use me background, me language, me waiting and call for they can't begin, they can't divide people there. I know you're new to the game, you're hungry, you're thirsty, and it's just funny that the one the way they call you godfathers, unfortunately, they are in it for themselves as well. They are in it for themselves. They are not in it for you. They are in it for themselves. But anyway, make God help you and consider, man. Anyways, as we round up, make we go to the Samura Kamara issue and the mile 38 situation. Say attack on Samura Kamara'S convoy, was it a political assassination like the APC claim, or was it just a simple miscommunication? Communication got bad. So obviously on Sunday we saw Samura Kamara, arrive from the US tour and blah 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 outside and go do that chance, whatever, talk about that, this, that, and then he gets meetings then with different people, this, that, and then he come. According to the police, they say them in get word with Samura and people and say then go able to provide security for 10 motorcar. He say, and then they been supposed to use the ferry. He say, but last minute, then get word from Samura say they know they use the ferry again, then they use the Potuloko highway. He say so then they know give them much time for make them prepare. He say so. Samura they come. He say they notice say the crowd, the vehicles and the convoy, just the big number, just they go baby. He say so then decide for waiting at mile 38. Then decide for waiting at mile 38 for engage them. When for engage them and see who done are the 10 vehicles them for make them cross. And then the police they on side. But Samura they on side say even before they reach mile 38, tear gas had already been fired into the crowd. And that's when they reach there, because they get police escorts at the front, they get police escorts at the back. When they finally reach there, they engage with obviously people them and say, well, na 10, we be not agree on get over. They say they get over 50 vehicles then. So the deputy spokesman, I think Nasidi Yaya Tunis, was it Sidi Yaya Tunis or Ade Macaulay? One pan and two, please. I am sorry if I don't get this right. So I think the person where I in a 98.1 had to be Sidi Yaya Tunis. I don't think it was Ade Macaulay. So according to one of them, because I'm not certain, that's why I'm saying according to one of them, they say when they engage the police, then tell the police say, well, we go identify the 10 vehicle we go cross with, we elected candidates. He say the police they no agree. They say no, this, that. So going on to the point where even the IG self can meet them there during this negotiation. But what we saw tear gas. There was a claim of live bullets being fired and all of that. We saw videos. And people are saying there was especially the APC, they allege say there was an attempted assassination. I find that hard to believe. I find it hard to believe that there was an attempted assassination on Samura Kamara. Samura Kamara, they go court with escorts, they come. There's never been any attempt on his life. Samura Kamara left Lunge, used the Potuloko highway, there was not a sniper attack, not a way reaching mile 98. Bang bang, the outside crowd team map, outside the crowd don't be. But that ended and go on for taking life. I don't think so. And I not go according to the images then. The reason why I not go according to the images then, I can always tell you for say I'm a comms person. I'll show you what I want. I will show what I want you to see. I will show you the angle I want you to see. As a public relations, that's how you sell. That's how you make your argument. If me they show you an event when me want for put a certain way, I go show you the angle, the one way they to me own advantage. I don't go show you the opponents the inside the door. So because the images that were seen were not shot at a 360 angle, meaning I go round, and they see from all engagements simultaneously from each side, I go refrain for speak and give one undue advantage over another. Because remember, this is a highly political election season. And so whatever appears or whatever would give me an edge is what I will show, is what I will pin on, is what I will stick to. The police say them get gentleman's agreement with Samura Kamara in team. And that we all are Sierra Leoneans them, and sometimes, they do disagreements and things like that. And that even the first gentleman of the Republic, any side where they go, he don't write to them first, tell them saying that this many people and they accompany me, and I go need this, and then they can prepare that many security. I say BS to that. I say full-on BS to that. We dey see all the ministers and they left the work now, like for say work now they again and they falla and say then they pan thank you too. Meanwhile, the PPLC on the other hand say there will be no political rally 3 months towards the election, no more political rally, no more political campaign. There will only be 1 month of political campaign, and it's no rallies. It will have to be at a designated spot. So now they pick one stadium or na pick one side, then everybody go na that one place there. Then the candidates go talk, waiting again for talk. That's how they are doing that. Election time, like time of reflection, not a time for dance, not a time for rally. And not for say the president, the current administration, then they rally and campaign under the guise of a thank you tour. But you see, that is why sometimes politicians should have to be honest to each other, and you have to think about tomorrow. Now remember 2016. Leading on to 2017, what happened? The then Ernest Bai Koroma government did similar thing. When Samura Kamara first surfaced to the political scene, as the then selected candidates for the flag bearership of the APC party, remember where Ernest Bai Koroma been they take up village to village, province to province, say then they pan time to you sabiam, you know sabiam, in name na. So you see now this was so self now when they use and saying not to political, even though clearly from everything, from every message, like political rally then they do. They say no, I thank you to then they do. Giving them undue advantage, of course. But you see, let me be so quick to jog your memory in 2016. Remember, if you no go back to my old video, then I remember where I mean they say, Mr. President, that was then Ernest Bai Koroma, sir, you cannot allow this to happen, sir. Please don't do this, sir. Please don't do this. How is it that the APC can go to Miata Conference Hall, can have meetings, can have, gatherings, political gatherings, but then you stop your opposition party from gathering? As a matter of fact, they go on to the point, they make them so much so that they say, even Sunday jogging self not allowed. Congregating as a group on the street wasn't allowed. Una remember then send them day. Una see when we can talk sometimes in the present as it happens, you think we are fools. We don't know what we are talking about. We are just here mouthing off. But these actions, these precedents, because a precedent to not set, these precedents have consequences. And are the consequences then how they see now so. Where this now a direct turn and give being done by the SLPP party. Do I think there was an assassination attempt on Dr. Samura in Kamara? Absolutely not. Do I think that overzealousness, pompousness, rage took over? Because don't forget to some of the APC party supporters then were confronting security and no man and then testosterone. A little bit of testosterone in the room, they go irate. So testosterone took over, and when testosterone took over, no one would have been done to take it. I'm not accusing no, but I don't know would have been done to take Jambada did it. We're forgetting a police is there to serve and protect. And forget about the fact that he's there to serve and protect and begin fire tear gas for the population. Begin fire tear gas for people. Begin fire tear gas directly on the motorcade Usai the elected candidate, presidential candidate was sitting. A gentleman's agreement in a charged political climate like this. The other side is being given advantage to show their supporters, show their people. He also would want to show that, listen, I have support, I have people. So in people and self common I don't for can show say, giddy bagba. We they are so. So as they can, so the crowd they be, as they can, so the crowd they did, but should the Salone police, if you no being really serious, if you no being really intentional, we they not tell you for say, okay, make we identify the 10 vehicles then. When are we on? Where there with we will go cross. Why una not say, okay, show me the 10 vehicles, allow them for cross? Now two-way road. Could it be that most of these vehicles or some of these vehicles not been getting nothing for do with the rally at all, not been getting nothing for even do with the APC political party? They mean just people are waiting at the motorcade and they go about their own business then. But they got caught up in the midst of this. Could it be that people and they on the journey ahead and behind will seem as though they are part of this convoy, but they had nothing absolutely to do with the convoy, but they were just trying to make their way, weave their way through to their destination? We will take that day into effect. We will take that day into consideration. Better yet still, why make, instead of closing the road, why make una not pull the convoy over? Then they maybe go give una a clear understanding as to people that way just they go about their daily affair, daily business, we just they look for road for pass, and una give them one lane, make them they go before, while una they negotiate with the other side. Communication, proper planning, proper execution. When the command post don't notice say the crowd on the increase or the motorcade they don't the increase, why the command post where they ahead we don't notice this, or the command post where they behind? Because remember there was a security vehicle ahead and there was a security vehicle behind him. Why? Because the one way scouting 101. Scouting 101. And at this point, I go say, may the soul of late Ahmed Sharif rest in peace, because now we all too be useful. They do that day where we all too go the waka and the very, very back. Now when are the last troopers then. Sometimes we go waka, go right up to the front of command, see that everything is going well, and then we waka can right back now the end. And make sure say people are everything is in order. Now we are the last one that we go the work and now they go. You go don't see, you go don't focus, you go don't tell. When you reach there, you notice say, this has gone beyond. Why make you not communicate to central? Communicate ahead to the convoy and say, hey, listen, so and so and so and so number. Can you communicate this to central? So when you communicate now to central now gets how you call them. the Samura Kamara camp the number, then they go directly now, they phone Samura Kamara and camp and say, this is what we are understanding right now. So when you get to this point, we understand that this, unadena at this point here, so right now. Let me say maybe unade my sheka. Excuse me, people, I don't know the difference again between 91 my sheka and 31 or 38. So if I flip them, if I flip them, una forgive me, but understand what I try for say. Why not put a designated location and say when, okay, so now we identify so una then I also say una day 91. But when una they reach 98, we go day. And when una reach then at this now we plan because now this intel now we don't get right now. So for there to be no confusion, for there to be no kuskas, when una reach 98, una pack now this place here, so we go those don't they wait for una. Then we can engage in a quick communication, find a quick solution to this business, all man going away. But no. Salone police, some of the, you know, the one neck chest. The one neck chest. The one show, I don't know if the one show say yes, the Canadians are training us or the Americans are training us in tactical operations. But that is not how they do it over here, my friend. I am sure, and that's not the training they've been giving you. I am sure that's not how they have trained you to do these things. Not train on for just they go force, then train on for monitor the situation, assess the risk, analyze it, and put a plan in place. As a matter of fact, when you put them plan and then in the place, you put plan A, you put option B, and where possible, you put option C. This was uncalled for. The stalling his movement was uncalled for. The tear gas was uncalled for. The rage was uncalled for. This na something way so simple, where 2 years not been for you, had it been managed properly. Proper execution. Not tell me so I been get gentleman's agreement. No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me so I been get gentleman's agreement. We can get gentleman's agreement, but at the end of the day, the man is a political candidate. He's a political candidate. He cannot stop his followers from showing love, from showing appreciation. He cannot. This na Salone, small 7.something million country. Then country they like Ghana, where they get over 200 million people in Nigeria and whatever, and they get political rally. No kuskas. And they get political, if kuskas happen self, it is still controlled or it is not whatever. Now with small olive branch, 7.5, now they super. No political rally. There, it's a time to sit and reflect. So why the president not they do virtual thank you? If now it's time to sit and reflect, it don't done in 5 years officially. Why you know they do virtual thank yous? Why are there not been virtual thank yous being done for him? Why is he going location to location, destination to destination in the name of thank you tour while he's doing his political rally and campaign? There are better ways of doing this. There are more inclusive, fairer, equitable, and balanced way of doing this. Not that we do not have the tools, not that we do not have the expertise or the capacity has not been given to us to execute this expertise, but we refuse because all no more we want the inside boss bass. Kuskas. Let kuskas bad. All no more we want to do inside boss bass. All we want to do inside kuskas. It does not pay. Not they pay, you know they born good picking. To you, the political zealots, the political vuvuzelas them. We quick, una don't pull close. Una don't neck chest. Was Wilson Kamara not there? Was he not present there? Do you see and they pull close and they knock chest? Was he not as calm and whatever negotiating and talking through and whatever, even with the head of the police unit can they? Was he not negotiating and talking? When I see pull close, they this and they that. Calm your nerves. Not to this thing, not to so. Yes, I understand you get loyalty to it, but not to so. Take a small, dear. You know, there was a country called Ivory Coast. There was a president called Laurent Gbagbo who refused to give up power after he had lost the election to now the current dictator. Yes, I go call him dictator called Alassane Ouattara. No, Laurent Gbagbo here in welfare. Celine, no say them in Keden go na the egg, them in go sit down the quiet time, as well as Blegude Soro for the part where them play now the carnage we wreck Ivory Coast, where people tons of people that lost their life because of political egoism. Then people and they right now, and people and don't bury them, and they under dirty. Look at Laurent Gbagbo and Alassane Ouattara, who these people died for, in the name of whom these people died for. Look, they all two join and they pass now, like teenage lovers. Look at Blegude Soro occupying one of the topest positions in the country. But you know, young people and don't bury them in the name of politicians. So while you are so majiji, while you fuck then they bet you for say, hey, green, yeah, red, yeah, this person, yeah, this name. Remember that your life is sacred. Because when you come and they know they put their life them for your life is sacred. You will die now, you lost it so. Like I said, look, Laurent Gbagbo of Ivory Coast and Alassane Ouattara, current dictator of Ivory Coast. Look, they all two, hand in gloves, like teenage lovers. Don't allow yourself to be used. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated. This was a communication gone wrong. Some lie inside there. Some word twisting, word bending, word transformation inside there. Emotions flared up. Agitation. Like I said, the testosterone was too much. Ego inside. Trepidation inside. Vexation inside. Wamat inside. And before you know it, there was a cataclysm. An attempted assassination, I said no. Communication gone wrong? Absolutely yes. Manipulation in the process? Power struggle somewhere? Yes. The people, I don't talk about some images then they will go show. This show some images then they will not go show. Something and they will I go just talk to. Something and they will not go even ever bother talk about. But listen, what remains true is that right now as I talk, at 76 days, 21 hours, 49 minutes, and 30 seconds to election day. 76 days, 21 hours, 49 minutes, and 43 seconds to election day. Remember that act too. If you get them. If you get them, remember them. When you remember them, Member say before, as also Pepe bag dede. Then member, if you cacto, it will support the Pepe bag. Or if you know, it will support the Pepe bag. Listen, I hope on Easter Sunday you all join us at 2 p.m. to celebrate Melko's 15th anniversary on YouTube, as we'll be doing a virtual celebration on YouTube. As usual, may God bless we all. Which will defend at this world. Make God give them. Let us continue to be good humans, not only to ourselves, but to our fellow human beings. Let us continue to advocate, to work for the nations wherever we find ourselves in our little community, not just our families, but let us continue to work for the world as a whole. That small country where we come out, Salone, West Africa, it is a great nation. There are good people from that country. I have met some good people from that country, trust me. Willingness, passion, dedication, selflessness, that's what it will take. May God bless you all. Onotata. And to you celebrating, if I don't see you, I hope say your Easter will be blessed. Goodbye.
For folks, what I want.
Me, I go put an go face. This election, I go put an go face. Must be votes to be right. To hope for you too. I go put an go face. This election, I go put an go face. This election, I go put an go face. For sure, hope for you right.
We know they vote for tribal, for sure. We know they vote for color, for sure. We know they vote for brother. Them man a vote for Mama Sierra Leone. Salone we own, and we no get no other Salone. Hey, if we pull on, how we Salone go rise? Yeah. So think God number, not for votes, but not sex. Cause you vote now you right. Make we forget about party or color, mama, papa, make we put your country first. I sell you country for one bag rice, or one bag kush, or one red polo.
Me, I go put an go face. This election, I go put an go face. This election, I go put an go face. Cause the votes na me right. To hope for you too. I go put an go face. This election, I go put an go face. This election, I go put an go face. Na me right.
Hope for you to say we don't want to know vote upon this election. We are not voting by color, not voting by party. Vote for who that to go make Mama Salone smile. I say when you vote, one of us in our petrol, and when we vote, I know they even no offense. If you vote for politician, then go then us, they eat chicken, then they drink champagne. You then us, they eat the rest. Hope for you to say no violence.
Make me forget about South East, Northwest, now I'm great Salone we get. Now we for join them together. For make this one great Salone we get. They vote, I know they vote because we family. They vote where they vote, I know they vote because of tribe. They vote where they vote, I know they vote because of color. They vote where they vote, I know they vote because of party. So make we vote for the leader, we go can sorry for we. Make we vote for the leader, we go can build with Salone. And make we vote for the leader, we go end tribalism. And make we vote for the